Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Coralie and today I'm going to be talking about 10 habits that may just be keeping you poor, because it's amazing what a few little changes in your life and your budget may just do to help you save more and help you earn more. So without further ado, let's get into these 10 habits that may be keeping you poor. So number one is impulse spending. So impulsive and unplanned spending can very quickly erode financial stability. It's incredibly important to distinguish between needs and wants when it comes to this category. But hey, I mean, I get it. I have been so guilty. Like, there's been times that I've put in a $300 order on White Box Boutique purely because it's on sale. And I'm excited for new clothes and then they come and I wear them maybe once. What a waste of $300, seriously. The way I like to think about impulse spending is put a budget for yourself, whatever you're comfortable with. If $50 is a lot of money, or $100 is a lot of money, or $500 is a lot of money, give yourself a cap. If what you're going to be purchasing costs more than that cap, more than $50, more than $100, give yourself a couple days to think about it before you buy that item, because chances are the impulsivity of it all is going to go away, and in a couple days time when you come back to it and you go to buy the item, you might not want it as much as you originally thought, and then you can quite easily live without it. Or it may be something you really want, like an updated camera, and taking that time to sit and think about it, and then a few days have gone past and you still really want that thing, then you've given yourself time to thought about it and it isn't so much of an impulse purchase anymore. So number two, spending more than you earn. So I completely understand that this is almost impossible for some people. Some people are living paycheck to paycheck. If that is you, that is so okay. You need to do what is best for you in this moment in life. But if you are guilty of lifestyle creep, or what's it called? Yeah, don't let lifestyle... Me reading my notes. If there was a certain grocery snack you love to buy, which has gone up $5 in the last few months, and your wages probably haven't, you're probably still on the same salary, you need to be careful with that sort of stuff, and you need to make sure you're not spending more than you earn, because if you're spending more than you're earning, you never have the ability to top up your savings. Number three is not having more than one stream of income. So no matter what it is, whether you have a second job, whether you walk your neighbor's dogs, whether you mow the lawn for someone, whether you sell something at markets, whether you freelance, whether you start a YouTube channel, whatever it is, you should always try and have more than one source of income. Now, for most of us, our main source of income is a full-time job, which is fantastic. Congratulations on having a full-time job. That's brilliant in this economy. But if you can find another stream and another way to bring in some money, that is going to make the biggest difference. Literally start out by signing up to survey sites and do $2 surveys, and then it kind of becomes a game. You want to see how much money you can earn from all these different sources, and you want to compete with yourself and try and make more and more each month. So if you've only got one stream of income, only a full-time job, try to branch out a little bit. See if you can find another way to earn a few dollars. So next is a negative money mindset. How does this play a role, you may be asking? If you believe that money is bad and wealth is bad for you and unattainable, and there's no chance you will ever have enough money in your life, chances are you probably won't, because the people that believe that sort of stuff aren't going out looking for extra ways to make some money and extra ways to build wealth. If you don't believe that you deserve more money, then you need to stop and change your mindset, because you do deserve more money, and money isn't a bad thing. We need to rewire our brains from the fact that if you're wealthy, you're a bad person. That is not the case. If you have money, you can do so many incredible things in this world. So next is not paying off your debt. Now, sometimes this is unavoidable. I completely understand. And I'm not really talking about your mortgage and stuff like that. I mean, heck, if you put in a few $100 extra each month, you will pay it off quicker and therefore have less interest, and that is fantastic. But I'm talking about credit card debt, loans, all that sort of stuff, because It's better to do it right away because otherwise you have a lot of interest. And I mean, I've got an example myself. I had a really big tax bill came in that I wasn't prepared for. And because of that, I had to go on a payment plan. And because I went on a payment plan, they added interest, which added a few extra thousand to my debt. If I had that money waiting and ready like I should have had, I would have saved a few $1,000s, but I didn't. So if you've got debt, I highly, highly, highly recommend paying off that as soon as possible. 10,000 credit card debt, put extra money into it whenever you can so you can pay it down and pay it off as soon as possible. So next is only focusing on short-term gains. While winning the lottery, that would be freaking amazing and a brilliant way to become wealthy and a millionaire overnight, but chances are that's probably not gonna happen. You're better off chucking in that lotto money into the S&P 500, into some sort of ETF, stock, whatever you're into. I prefer ETFs, S&P 500, because you're not kind of putting all your eggs in one basket, but if you put your lotto money into that each week and then watch that interest compound over the years, you will make a heck of a lot more money than the off chance that you win the lottery. And remember, when it comes to investing, the younger you start, the better off you'll be. Now, there's no such thing as being too old to start. You can always start investing whenever you want, but if you are in your 20s, now is the perfect time to start investing because you have so many years for that interest to compound and your money to grow into substantial wealth one day. So next is not being open about finances. Now, I love talking about finances. I literally posted a video the other day telling everybody exactly how much money I had in my bank account. How much money do I make at work? You want to know? Sure, I'll tell you. I make $875 a week. Not for long though, because I'm quitting my job and moving to Germany, but for now, that's how much money I make. Now, I think this is super important because, for example, why should Brian from HR be earning $70,000 a year when you're over here doing the exact same job for $55,000 a year, and you only know that you are making $15,000 less than Brian because you were all open about your finances, and now you can take that to your boss and argue that because that is not fair. You are doing the exact same job. Talk to your friends, talk to your colleagues, talk to your family. Be open about money. Be open about how much money you make, where that money comes from. Help each other out. Next is to have some different savings. What I mean by this is you more than likely want an emergency fund, because what happens if your dog needs emergency services? Nope, surgery. What happens if your dog needs emergency surgery? I'm not doing well at speaking today. It is like 40 degrees and this room is getting very hot. What happens if your car breaks down and you can't drive to work to make money? You're going to need a backup of savings, and you want that to be your emergency fund, so when these unexpected things in life come up, you don't have to stress too much. Now, what I mean by having multiple savings accounts and different savings is, say you're saving for European summer. You don't want that lumped in with your emergency fund, because chances are when you hit the $5,000 saving goal you're saving for, you're going to spend it all on Euro summer, and there goes your emergency fund at the same time. So you want to have your emergency fund and your holiday saving fund, and you want to be putting into both. So when this one's full and you can go on your holiday, that's amazing. You still have your emergency fund if and when you need it. Next is keeping up with the Joneses. Oh, we've all been there, especially with Instagram and social media. Like, you see someone on Instagram with this brand new gorgeous bag and they're getting so much attention, and you think how amazing it would be to have that bag too. But what you don't know is that person on Instagram is in debt because they keep buying expensive bags, or they only rented the bag so they could look cool and rich on Instagram, and now all of a sudden you've gone out and bought that bag and spent thousands more than they did. Don't keep up with the Joneses. Just because other people have it doesn't mean you need it. This kind of ties in with point number 1. If you're tempted to buy something because a friend has it and it looks cool, stop and think about it for a little while before you actually make that purchase. So my last tip that could be keeping you poor is never saying no. It's okay to not go out for drinks with your friends, and it's okay to not go out for dinner with your friends, because oh my god, does that add up quickly. And it's also okay to say, hey, I'm on a pretty tight budget at the moment, do you mind if I just pay for what I eat rather than splitting the bill? Because I've had that quite a few times. Like, I don't mind splitting the bill every now and again, especially for a friend's birthday, something special like that, but I'm the type of person that never orders a drink out. Like, I don't want to spend an extra $12 on a cocktail, but a lot of my friends will, and that is amazing. They're having a great time. But if we then split the bill and I bought a $15 burger, suddenly I'm paying $25 because I've got all those cocktails split up in the bill as well. So if you're gonna do something like that, be open, be honest, and tell your friends or your family straight up, hey, I'm on a budget. Sorry, do you mind if I just pay for what I order? If you guys want to split the bill, that's totally fine. I'm just not so sure I can afford that right now. Chances are your friends are going to be like, yeah, cool, that's what I do. Let your friends know you're on a money journey. Let your family know you're trying to save money, and heck, they may even get inspired and want to start their own journey. And then the more money central people you surround yourself with, the more you talk about finances, the more you try and find ways to make money together, the more wealthy you're all going to grow together. But that is 10 tips. Nope, no it's not. And that is 10 habits that could be keeping you poor. If you feel like you're doing any of these things and you could maybe stop, maybe change a little bit, maybe add a second stream of income, maybe stop splitting the bill, maybe think for a couple days before you buy the new iPad, that sort of thing. But good luck. You'll be surprised at what a few changes and a little bit of investing at the stock market can do for your overall wealth. And let's all go get rich. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. I put out new videos every few days. Subscribe and hit that notification bell if you'd like to see more. And I'll see you next time. Bye guys.